Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. The Dodgers swept the Giants. The Padres are having fun, and so are the Orioles. Let's talk the baseball. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball, presented to you by SeatGeek. My name is Jimmy. Sitting next to me is Jake. On his left is Trevor Plouffe, and behind the glass, we don't actually have glass. We do. BBD could be behind the glass in the location we're in, but he's not. He's
technically, it's like the first time I could really be behind glass.
Yeah,
if we wanted to.
Not behind glass.
Wires don't go that far.
Right in front of us, and we are here to talk about the baseball. We're coming to you from Jersey City as we are in the newest addition to the warehouse room. It will get cooler. We might be in here longer. And before we get started, I'll do that later, actually. Jake, how are you?
Before the games, probably. James, Trevor, Big Baby Davis, everyone live with us on a Friday morning, little early ep. Ooh! Still some fluid pumping through me. Also had some beers last night with the boys, but I'm excited to yuck it up. An in-person ep. Trevor Plouffe, you've left Magnum Condom Studio. You are with us. How are you, brother?
A few beers last night? Some beers?
A couple.
Jeez, bro. Yeah. This guy was doing a number on me last night. No, I'm happy to be here. Fun weekend for us, but we always got to make time to do our show here. And a lot of good baseball. It's hot in the streets. Some teams not happy. Other teams happy.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the story of the show today.
Well, it's like are you having a bad hangover or a fun hangover from the trade deadline? Are you on the couch with the boys reliving the night, ready to keep going, or are you miserable?
Right.
You've woken up. You don't really even want to try to remember what happened last night, and you're just going to go home and be like, you know what? I think the weekend's over.
The San Francisco Giants are Tuesday at work after a Monday happy hour blackout.
The Padres
are
telling stories.
They're still partying.
They woke up and the music was still going, and they were like, good, great. They slept through. The music
They thought
was
about
on.
getting mad for 1 second. They're like, is he playing tunes right now? It's 7 a.m. And then they were like, tonight we are...
Okay, stop. Alanis Morissette's the only thing we play right now.
Ooh, tasty licks only.
Yes.
Tasty licks only.
Should we talk some baseball?
That's what you said. It kind of went under the radar that you said tasty licks.
Know what else is under the radar?
Your pubic hair design.
Shaving your downstairs mix-up. Mine's not where I'd like it to be, especially when Trev's in town. I'm just being honest, because it's smooth sack summer.
Okay. Yeah, it is. Yeah. No doubt about that.
It's smooth sack summer if you're with Manscaped. Manscaped, it doesn't come in a jar. Comes from who you are. Dive headfirst into summer with Manscaped. It's August. It's the hottest month. Your least favorite month?
I hate August.
You got to clean it up down there, fellas. Or our lady listeners. Maybe your fella's not cleaning it up.
Well, lady listeners can also use this, and you definitely should be clean up as well.
It's Manscaped. And with code Talkin, clean. Get 20% off and free shipping with code Talkin. You get their Performance Package 4.0. Do you get the Lawnmower 4.0, Trev?
Yes.
Jim, do you get the Weed Whacker for ear and nose hair?
Yeah, Jake stole my nose hair trimmer
the weed
I really like it.
He had Jake in college. You had never.
I've never had a nose hair trimmer.
I know.
Nose hair trimmer?
Then you were. Yeah, he was.
That's
he said,
very personal.
This is a myth.
No. And you didn't steal it, like take it home with you, but you would use it on yourself when we lived together because you were so excited because you never had one.
I've never used a nose hair trimmer.
I have a very good memory. You have a very bad memory.
I have a bad memory.
I'm telling you, in college, you were like, oh, dude, let me get that.
I don't think I ever used it. I think I got scared, bro. I've never.
I never saw you physically use it, but I saw you get excited about it and ask if you could use it. So you might be right.
Thank you very much, Miss Lippy. What you can do is
drop,
get the
man. Good drop.
Manscaped Performance Package 4.0. There's the crop reviver and toner, ball deodorant. Go to manscaped.com, code TALKIN, 20% off, and free shipping.
Baseball.
Good drop
I don't normally
Good drop.
say this.
Good drop by BBD as well.
I'm horny for the NL today.
Oh my
BBD
God.
should do that baseball drop after every ad read. It's a good closeout.
Just drop
I mean,
in
it's
the
just
NL
incredible.
today.
Yeah.
I can incorporate that moving forward.
People forget that's A-Rod
That's
on
Sunday night baseball.
Sunday Night Baseball. That's A-Rod on Sunday Night Baseball.
That was
Play
how
it
he
again.
went to commercial. He
Play
threw
it
to
again,
commercial.
and wait. Let's just remind people.
Okay,
It's been
it's
a while.
Sunday Night
It's
Baseball.
Sunday Night
Hey,
Baseball.
You know what?
It was-
I might get back into baseball. Let me see what they're doing on Sunday night.
The whole nation's listening, and one of the best players to ever play the game is doing the announcing, and this is how he went to commercial.
It was Yankees, Red Sox. Edwin Encarnacion struck out by Chris Sale. Slow motion.
Baseball.
Unreal.
It started to just become a sound bite that we drop, and people forget the original context.
It sounds like
it
it's on
happened during a game.
a video game from the 90s.
yes.
You know, like
Yes.
Like that.
The startup screen.
Yes.
The game
Yeah.
was called baseball.
Yeah.
And
You
it
press
started
start
out-
and
The
that's what
first
happened.
ever baseball game.
And it was
like
just,
1997.
When guys turn it on, they don't want to know what game they're playing.
yeah, all right.
I'm so excited.
Jake, you're up.
Mikey Rotino, baseball boogie.
Yeah, he's here.
Oh, he introduced himself to me.
Yeah.
He's like, I do all the
He said-
baseball for
he
you.
said,
or
"Hi,
all the
I'm
music
Mike."
for you.
And
He's
then
another
I was
one of
like, "Oh,
those.
nice to meet you, man." He said, "I do all the music." And I was like, "Oh." And then I hugged him.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't hug him.
yeah. All right.
I'm
you're
a
up.
quick hugger.
Jake, what happened in the NL?
Fellas, we are heading out to the left coast. Trevor came over and he missed out on Giants, Dodgers. The Giants, they held on to their guys, rode on. You're not going, Jock staying. And we're getting swept by the Dodgers. Giants, what is you doing, baby? Andrew Heaney, the Heen Dog, is back, Jim. Back-to-back 4-inning pitches. Okay, they're getting their innings out of somewhere. The Dodgers, Friedman had a quote. He was like, we kind of didn't make the big move, but we got other stuff going on. Heen Dog's back. Dustin May on the way. Number 5 prospect, Miguel Vargas, is doing stuff. And Giants, this is just a 5-finger death punch. My favorite band, favorite song. Justin Turner's on the IL. We hate that. Jimmy plays bingo with him regularly. Brandon Crawford is expected to come back, so if you're a Giants fan, you bang on that. But otherwise, you just got swept. Urias, nice start. Speaking of opposite vibes than the Giants, the San Diego Padres. They take 4 out of 5 from the Rocks. Yeah, let's come out of the All-Star break. Let's play a 5-gamer against the Rockies. They win 4 out of 5 games. Our guy Snell,
What a gift.
Trevor Plouffe.
Yeah.
Snell is in his Instagram live. If Trevor
All the
goes
time.
live right now, Snell is in there. And he also said, basically, the vibes are immaculate. Last year, they lost out on Scherzer and Turner. This year, he said, quote unquote, we got everybody. Awesome. They take 4 out of 5 from the Rockies, losing the final game. Disco Joe Musgrove gets hit a little bit. In the NL Central, speaking of vibe tribes, the Cardinals sweep. That's what they do. Waino sets the tone. Game 1, Quintana in the final game, Jim. They sweep the Cubbies, who they're done. They kept Happ and Contreras. Happy for you. Not really. Cardinals sweep, and on the other side of it, the Brewers get swept by the Pittsburgh Pirates. Brian Reynolds, how's your first career walk-off? Ends new closer, Devin Williams, 30-game scoreless streak. The vibes are not immaculate in Milwaukee. We've been waiting for them to make the big move for 2 years. Not only do they not make it, they lose Hey Dog, and they get swept by Pittsburgh. The Mets take 2 out of 3 from the Nationals. Good job. Cool. The Nationals are dead. The bigger story, the bad man is back. Jacob deGrom is back on the hill, throwing 102 casually. His slider is your favorite pitcher's fastball. Sicko stuff. Oh my God, Vogel back at the bar last night?
Yeah.
He wasn't at the bar. We saw him hit a home run, and he's got a lot of meat.
Yeah.
He does. There's no other way to put it. Phillies and Braves split a 2-gamer. Can't talk about it. Can't be about it. Reds and Marlins. The Stink Bowl. Reds take 2 out of 3. We love Graham Ashcraft. They win on Alcantara Day for the final game for the Marlins. But that's what happened in the National League.
You talk about that one?
We will.
Okay, you just didn't mention.
Can.
Yeah.
Okay, good job, Greg.
Good job, Jake. Well, Trev kind of called you out. You missed one.
I didn't miss anything.
Phillies-Braves. Series split.
I talked about it,
Oh, you
dude.
did? Oh.
What'd you say?
You missed this one.
What'd you say about it?
I said Braves Phillies split a 2-gamer. Can't talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but I said, did you talk about it? And you did.
Yeah, you did.
I talked about it by not talking about it.
It's interesting what happened. Jake, you're horny about the NL, so I guess just take us
Jim.
around. To quote you, you said that.
It was a quote.
I said that early.
Yeah.
And I got my deep voice today.
That's your horny voice.
Because Dad had a couple daiquiris last night.
Noodle.
Got the stand extra, bro.
Don't summon my dog.
Just get out of here, dude.
It was one time. Dodgers sweep the Giants. Trevor's Dodgers.
Yeah.
West Coast. Dodgers are kind of on cruise control. They got their 70th win. They're calling up prospects. Vargas does his thing. Heendog's coming back. They didn't make the big deadline move. They got Joey Gallo, your guy.
Yeah, Chris Martin.
Joey
Goes
Gallo.
against the shift first
Chris
single.
Martin.
Good job.
But yeah, I think on the other side of it, when we're talking playoffs race, NL, second wild card, the Giants, they stayed in it. They kept their guys. You know, I gave the Red Sox a lot of love for kind of, not a lot of love. They retooled. I wanted them to keep Vasquez. The Giants, they kind of kept it. Rodon got hot at the deadline. And for a second there, you got to be hyped, right? If you're a Giants fan, you're like, let's go. Let's go, baby.
Well,
and then you're not.
I think before we dive in, just an over-encompassing thing listening to you.
We also have to do standings.
I'll do standings. Okay. In the NL, the Dodgers had a 12-game lead. Now they have a 12.5-game lead. I think I need to stop giving that and we'll just pivot to wild card now.
It's over.
Yeah. The Central, the Central, they're tied now. The Brewers and the Cardinals are tied. 57 wins, 48 losses each in the Central. And in the East, now this just changed again. Well, because the Mets and the Braves played last night, that isn't part of this recap. It's 4.5 games. It was 3.5 after going into last night, but the Mets won. But I think I need to start incorporating the wild card into these, because a lot of these teams like the Padres, they're not playing for the division really right now. So in the wild card, Atlanta remains the top spot. It's very fun after that. The Padres have the second spot, and then it is a 3-way tie right now between Milwaukee, Philadelphia, and St. Louis. And that's something I pointed out when I had the NL a couple episodes ago.
Right.
Philadelphia has a tiebreaker there.
Right.
So if that's how it ends, Philly gets in, Brewers and Cardinals are out.
Well, the
One has
part
to
you're
win
also
the
missing there is the
division.
division.
Yeah.
Milwaukee and St. Louis, one of those is going to win the Central.
Yes, but then Philly would have it over the other one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks.
I didn't realize, I don't know if they realize, we saw Edwin Diaz last night go 2 innings save.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? Right now? He's pitched a lot, and everyone else was like, it's the Braves. I'm like, oh, yes, absolutely. I wonder if you can't really plan for who you're going to potentially be tied with in the wild card. But if those games, if we go look back at Philly versus the Cardinals, Philly versus Milwaukee, I wonder if the teams go back and go, I wish we took those more serious. The head-to-head might matter.
Possibly.
But anyway, what I was going to say before the standings, and then we'll dive in, is I wonder how much teams look at the series after the break. Because if you're the Padres, man, and you're like, hey, if we have a trade deadline and add pieces right now, we have 5 against the Rockies. We can, and then if you're the Giants, 4 against the Dodgers, and they're like, well, let's just keep our guys and see if we can beat I don't know. If anything, would have made me think, let's get rid of these guys. We got a tough schedule coming up right away.
Joked about it a little bit. We said Giants going in the trade deadline with a 4-game set with the Dodgers. You could very well be sitting there saying you got swept. And now they're 51-55.
Yeah.
I kept thinking when you were talking about vibage, the guy going like, bro, I'm straight up not having a good time.
Yeah.
Like a lot of teams are feeling that right now.
Yeah, it's that time of year.
Yeah, Giants, I don't know. We talked about Rodon, them offering him the qualifying offer. I don't think you do that with Jock. I know he's having a good year, but that's a big pay increase. Maybe they're thinking about it.
Jack kind of gets disrespected.
He does. Maybe they're thinking
he's
about
trying
it.
to become the scope, or was it scope? Or there was a infielder that I felt always they just
CJ Crone for a while was bounced every year.
They just always give him a 1-year deal, and I'm like, this dude deserves more than a 1 year. It finally got a 2-year, or something.
He's like a less sexy Kyle Schwarber while being a sexier Kyle Schwarber. Bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah, tough time for San Francisco. I think some of the biggest news here is Kershaw.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dodgers don't make a move for a starting pitcher at the deadline. We thought they were going to, but, they got guys coming back. Buehler's going to come back. Dustin May's on his way back.
Heaney's back. Then he needs Kershaw.
Heaney's eating some innings. I love Heen Dog. Kersh out for the Dodgers, I think, plays a huge part for the season. He said, I've just felt something kind of lock up there in the fifth. Couldn't really throw after that.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to get some more tests today, see where we're going. It's at least 10 days or 15 days or whatever the heck it is.
They got people in the.
They need him
They
back.
got people. Man.
They always have people.
They could always call up Gavin Stone from the Tulsa Drillers.
Also, Bobby Miller. Are you coming
Bobby
up?
Miller.
Bob,
It's also
follow me back.
there's a reason it's Jimmy's least.
I'm serious.
We don't support that. Jimmy's least favorite month, August, a lot due to the heat. I think another side effect of that is the baseball. Like, if you're Clayton Kershaw and your back locks up, it's not like, I'll throw another. It's like, fuck this.
No. August for a lot of teams is let's wait till September.
Yeah.
Like, the Yankees could have had Sevy back early. They're like, no.
For the best teams.
For the good teams. The really
For
good
the Padres, they're like, doped up about
Yeah, they got to
August.
go. But for the Dodgers, it's like, if anyone comes into the office and goes, my calf kind of hurts, great.
Out.
You're out. Like, let's just go 15-day.
Done.
Go to September. So
We'll call up our fifth prospect, Miguel Vargas, and he'll have 2 hits and 2 RBI in his debut.
yeah.
That's what they do.
And what, he stole third
That's what they do.
right away?
Immediately stole third.
Badass.
Immediately stole
The
third.
Dodgers, obviously, I haven't watched a lot of Dodgers games. Every Dodgers game, they've been good all year. It does feel like, and this is kind of, Trev, I guess I'll ask you, this is what I've been saying about the Yankees as well and the Dodgers is it feels like after the trade deadline, it's almost in some way, it's like that final lap. It's like, all right, this is the squad. Like, let's start having fun. Because now the Dodgers are doing all these celebrations in the dugout.
Oh, Mookie.
They're doing like some sort of gangbang with Mookie coming on his face or something like that.
Wow.
You didn't see that?
I saw Peter Moylan doing that. He was calling it the pepper shaker.
Yeah, pepper shaker.
Yeah.
I sent you a clip of Lux saying, like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't call me that or something like that.
Don't do that. No, not now. Something like that. And then they did they did the Giants pitchers celebration back. The Dodgers seem to be galvanized.
They're
they seem to be
cocky
having
as fuck.
cocky, and it seems to be like, all right, we got our squad. Let's go.
I mean,
I
Dodgers, Padres, cock off.
Okay. Now we're talking. Giants fans, you could tell yourself it's one series. I mean, it's the big bad wolf. It's always been your big bad wolf. It's at home. Joey Bart started going. Maybe you find some solace in that. They had a chance in games 2 and 3. Evan Phillips dropped it on him. I know Dodger fans are tasting him a lot right now as they're trying to still figure out some things in their bullpen. But man, that's
They are.
that's as bad as a timed 4-game sweep as you can have.
They're 6.5 out of the wild card game.
It's kind of it. I mean, I've been saying it for a little bit.
You're announcing them dead?
No, they can get
No.
going.
I'm just saying.
Don't do that.
The NL. Because then we got to talk a lot more Giants. No, Giants fans, I love you. I want to get out to the Bay. Never been there. Their right field blows my mind.
Eat the cake,
You've been to the
cake.
Bay. You've never been to
I've never been to the stadium.
Yeah.
Because it's a deep right field, but it's a big wall.
Yeah.
That's a big wall.
I saw Lincecum pitch there once.
Philly,
That's nice.
St. Louis, or Milwaukee is going to have their hearts broken.
I'm excited about that.
I know.
No, not what you're saying. That I saw Lincecum pitch a home game, and like that's something I think I'll tell my kids because I love the story of Lincecum. I don't want it to die.
Timmy Limmy Jimmy.
The freak. And then he was like talking about smoking weed all the time.
Yeah,
When it wasn't cool.
Light it up.
people were like upset. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, I was like, fuck yeah, man. Can I come?
Yeah.
my kid's gonna think that Lincecum was something different.
Okay.
Okay.
I love a dominant 5-year stretch.
I think we jump to the Padres because we're staying in the
Trev
West.
over 2 with a walk against Lincecum.
Really?
Yeah.
I could have hit.
No, a
He
walk.
said 0 for 2.
You lined
there's a
out.
1 for 2.
Lined out.
Lined out.
It's a fucking
The
shifts.
pitcher knows I got him.
And it looks like the third baseman made a great play in the hole
Jeez.
on the ground out.
Tim Lincecum. Was
May
he only
23rd, 2014.
only good because of good defense, it sounds like.
Yeah, pretty much.
Padres, they have the juice. They get to play Kelsey Wingert's Rocks. 5 games. They win 4 out of 5. They lose the last game. I have to read
There's some quotes.
the full Snell quote because he's hilarious. I remember one of the first Chris Rose rotation episodes. I was ready. I hated Snell and Glasnow. There were 2 Rays. Snell, he was the lefty, had the chin thing. He was nasty. Glasnow was the Greek Adonis. He's the opposite of everything I am.
You were just hoping he had a terrible personality.
I loved both of them after the Chris Rose rotation. You need to watch.
Glassnow's an illegal person.
He's illegal. He's like perfect.
To be that good looking,
Yeah.
that physically talented, and then be that humble, likable, and like.
And it's not even like necessarily nice. Like he's a little bit weird.
Yeah,
like
but
Cole
he knows
Tucker's
he's
like
but he
Cole
also-
Tucker's like he's a freak, dude.
He also knows he's
Yeah.
a little quirky.
If Cole Tucker calls you a freak,
Yeah.
you a freak.
You a freak. Snell, in quotes. Last year, we didn't get Scherzer and Turner, and that was sad. And then this year, we got everybody. The energy completely turned around from it.
That's a fucking great quote.
Everyone's just really excited and happy. And we're
Do we
already
have the
clicking
audio of
anyway.
that? I need to know how he said that.
And this year we got everybody.
That's such a good quote. We might have to put that on a shirt.
Wait, that is a good shirt.
Yeah.
This year we got
This
everybody.
year we got everybody. That's good. And they kind of did.
Dude, they
Hater.
did. I mean, they did because I had people like I liked the Yankees deadline, and then they didn't get one of the top guys. The Padres got all the top guys. They got the best closer that could have been traded. They got the best bat that could have been traded
Ever.
Yeah.
And Josh Bell.
And Josh
Bell. Brandon Drury hits a grand slam in his first plate appearance.
Yeah, a little slide ball. First pitch.
That
slide
hasn't
ball.
been done since Rip Rapolsky.
Is that a note?
Is that a real note
That's
that we
a
have?
real note. Yeah.
That first inning was like the perfect first inning for Padres fans.
Orsillo on the call. He goes, "You're now in Slam Diego."
Oh God, he's so
It was good. It was
Rip
good.
Rapolsky.
Yeah.
That's such.
I was watching that game. Best part of that inning, Jerks and Profar had the good courtesy to pop out first pitch, just get me to Soto.
Nice.
And he walks, Machado doubles, Bell walks.
We talk about the Padres, right? And we always say, we're looking towards the playoffs already. I know it's August. We're looking towards the playoffs. How are you going to pare down your pitching? I think we always say it's going to be Musgrove and Darvish, 1-2, Clevenger, 3. That's what we've kind of decided. But
I've been pretty. Whenever I can hit the Snell button because of his last playoff performance, and if he has a hot September,
exactly.
I'll hit that button.
If he gets hot, he can K a lot of people. We're not going to go deep into games. We know that. But if you have a dominant 5-inning game, maybe pitch into the 6th. I don't know. He can be a difference maker. We've seen it before. He's still got the stuff. His last 6 starts have been really good.
Yeah.
2.65 over his last 6. Like, this is a loaded team. A fucking loaded team.
Clev casually 7 innings, 1 earned. Jim, it looks like you're pretty deep in Rip Rapolsky over there.
Yeah, his real name was Eldon, and then someone just called him Rip because it just had to be like it sounds so good.
Rip is the name of the guy in Yellowstone that everyone likes.
Yeah, who is the guy from Dazed and Confused? Cole.
Who is the guy from what's the movie with Jennifer Aniston and Vince Vaughn?
The breakup.
Breakup.
Yeah, the best
He's
friend.
in that, yeah.
You need another one.
I read his name's Cole Hauser.
You're out.
No bold in Rip Rapolsky's
Oh, he's weak.
baseball
All-star,
reference.
though.
But he did get an All-Star game.
that counts.
And he won a World Series.
That counts.
All-Star basically counts as bold. Or no, that's what would you? He's linked.
He's linked. He's got a rookie. He's got blue. He's got a Rookie
He's
of the
got
Year.
blue.
Okay, he's
Fourth
in,
and
yeah.
Rookie of the Year.
So, out of the West,
Right.
into the Central, 2 teams, also different vibage.
Yeah.
Brew Crew.
Yeah.
I got a lot of people tweeting at me saying, Trev,
Yeah.
can you give the Brewers a what is you doing, baby? And I'm going to look in the camera and say, Brew Crew, what is you doing, baby? You promised me the move. Didn't get the move, and then you get swept by the Bucks. What are we doing here?
And I think we do face match these series because it's tied to the Cardinals, and it's you guys know where I stand on organizations. I think the St. Louis Cardinals are one of the most underrated organizations in sports. They lost out on Soto. Like, if the Cardinals had a bad series, we'd be like, yeah, dude, that clubhouse, you think you're getting Juan Soto, and then you end up with Quintana and Gumby, Jordan Montgomery. Dude, they sweep. It's the Cubs, so whatever, and it's at home. But it starts out with Waino, who's now leading the NL in innings pitched. Sicko Waino, who shuts him down. The Cubs get shut out in that game. And, dude, that was where I guess the Cardinals didn't fully click. Because I was like, all right, if the Padres missed out on Soto, it was like, okay, they're going to get Happ. Maybe they get Contreras. Like, how else are they going to stack this team? The Cardinals' backup plan was keep all their young guys.
Yeah.
And that's what they're going to do, and they're going to be good.
Backup plan, yeah.
And they're going to be good.
I mean, Jake, have you...
So if you're the Brewers, dude.
But have you... The Brewers, it's worse.
The vibes are not good.
But it's even worse. They lost on 2 walk-off losses.
Yeah.
I mean, spots where Hader would be in.
Yes.
Right. Devin
Yes.
Williams stepping into that role. Ends his 30-game streak. Brian
Yes.
Reynolds' first walk-off. Go Pirates.
2-0 home run by Brian Reynolds. Yeah. And then the next game, they're tied. Devin Williams does the job in the 9th to keep it tied. And then they have to go to Matt Bush in the bottom of the 10th.
Newly acquired Matt Bush. That's your trade deadline acquisition.
And they DFA Nelson Lamet. And Brian Reynolds gets him again for a ground rule double to score the tying run. So it's like poking, twisting the knife or poking the scab the way they lost.
And Hader went 1-2-3 in his Padres debut to keep the game tied before Grisham hit the walk-off homer. It's just bad. You know, there's quotes. Devin Williams had some quotes talking about how, like, they're disappointed, essentially. You know, you give up Hader. Like, I don't know, man. This is a vibe check episode. Brewers vibe, not good. And I've heard that from multiple people. Cardinals vibe, I think that can galvanize your team, too, sometimes. If you're already good and you keep everybody, it's like, hey, this is us. This is our squad. Let's go. Like, I think sometimes you can be hurt by not making the move, but I think the Cardinals, like, keeping everyone together, pretty cool.
Well, and they grabbed 2 pitchers. They grabbed Quintana and Jordan Montgomery.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not like they're sitting there like, damn, our front.
But
all
also-
right, we got to do it. It's like, no, you just got.
They got what they needed, to be honest with you. They needed starting pitching depth. So they went out and did that. They didn't have to go get Soto. Would have been nice, but like I mean, the young talent is there, and it's hard to give that up. I think.
I mean, also, like, they were talking about Carlson, Nolan Gorman, like, in the trade for Soto. So you wonder if there's, like, you would have lost some of the clubhouse, so there would have been sad feelings as well as happy. Where the Padres didn't lose
anybody in the clubhouse.
Hosmer.
They lost Hosmer.
And Voit, but a lot of, like, you know, these are young guys. It would have been a little heartbreaking if Nolan and Carlson leave. And now they're the 1-2 in the lineup. And I think good credit to them for having a good series, good enough series. You know, they had hits. I mean, they play well because that can be a weird feeling, man. Like, you guys were just trying to trade me.
Yeah, 100%.
And now I got to play.
And also, Trev, we try to do this. We try to show people the player's mentality. Dylan Carlson wears number 3. He's 23 years old. He's been playing for the Birds for a couple years. Like, Dylan Carlson, in his head, like, that number 3 is going in, like, that's retired. Like, I had a great Cardinals career. I'm a stud. And now, like Jimmy was saying,
he thinks that.
Like, And, well, he's also saying, like, am I getting traded for Juan Soto? So, I mean, I don't know. It's up there.
Other nights he wants to crawl in a hole and never come out. That's the way of a baseball player. Yeah.
Deep diving in the sick part of sports with Trevor Plouffe.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat, Cardinals fan, said pretty telling that after they don't get Soto, what did they say? Telling that Walker gets reps in left field the second they don't get Soto.
Okay.
But he didn't start any games in left field, so I guess they slid him over afterwards.
I think there's only one other thing in the NL. Reds-Marlins, you guys played. Happy for all your young players. Miami, whatever. Go be a little better. Spend money on your team. Look at the Padres. That's real, though. DeGrom came back.
Yes.
Even the series itself, I mean, it's Nats, it's whatever. I think we're going to be talking Mets-Braves a lot on Monday. The bigger story, DeGrom's back, the bad man. I watched a couple of his clips because it feels like his arm, when he throws the ball, goes on 1.5 speed. Like he does his windup, he lines it up, and then his arm goes 1.5 speed, and then it goes back to regular speed. Dude's unreal. He's healthy. That was kind of the goal. And, man, we haven't taken the Mets fully seriously because they're the Mets.
That is not true.
Oh, I think they'll win the division. I'm rooting for the Braves to catch up, so it gets a little more like, but
I want them to be passed at some point.
yeah, I want it to get dicey, but I think the Mets will win the division. I want them to win the division. I want baseball in New York to be hot in the streets come September, October, because that's going to be a lot of fun. I also, the way it's set up now, one of these teams, the Mets or the Braves, I think the Braves are going to be in the wild card when the other gets to sit pretty. And when you have a top two of Scherzer and DeGrom, and now the Braves or whoever have to go play 3 in a row, 2 in a row, and then an off day and use their 1 and their 2.
It's huge.
And when they start a 5-game set, and they can't use their 1 and 2 in game 1 and 2, but the Mets have Scherzer and DeGrom.
100%.
You down 2-0 quick?
Dude, you got Scherzer, DeGrom, Bassett, Walker.
Because if the Mets are in the wild card,
they got pitching.
if Mets are in the wild card, they got Scherzer. They got DeGrom. They might have home field. I like them in that 3-game set. And I like the Mets in the 5-game set with their depth. But if you have to go your depth versus Scherzer and DeGrom, that sucks.
It's a bad time to be depth.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a bad time to be depth.
Yeah, you don't want to be depth.
I do want to hit, I know we skipped over Reds-Marlins, Sandy
Okay.
Alcantara.
Yeah.
let
Is he
it
getting
happen.
a standout?
Oh, he's getting a standout. I'll leave it alone then.
Oh,
I
teaser.
don't know if he is.
I'll leave it alone then.
Teaser.
Is he or not? Because I want to
He
talk about
deserves
him.
it, but I'm not giving mine to him. I'm giving mine to someone that's actually not on the sheet.
League leading, 3rd complete game of the year. 2 of them are shutouts. His ERA is down to a 1.88. The guy's throwing more innings than anybody. I think you said that Wainwright has the most innings in the NL. That's not true. That's since 2020. Sandy is on a different level, man.
Different.
Well, did you see who had the quotes about him? Who did the Marlins just play?
They just played the Reds.
So was it a Reds batter? Someone just had quotes about. I thought it was Freddie Freeman. Someone had quotes about Sandy Alcantara, maybe it was Votto, whatever. A respected batter, and they said it's the same as facing Kershaw. It's the same as facing DeGrom. It was something like that. They said he throws strikes with intent, and every pitch is a tough pitch. It was something about. I wish I kind of committed it to memory better, but someone gave him a lot of praise.
Intent is something that we talk about, and you can't really explain it. But it's there, man.
Right, pitching downhill, pitching with conviction.
Downhill
That's why I
is
think
good.
Scherzer's the scariest when he's on.
And it's like
He'll hit all 4 quadrants with all 4 pitches, and he's meaning to do it.
And something you can't label in pitching is like throwing a ball or a strike when you're not. If you're a hitter and you're like, he's got to come in the zone here, and you're dialed up, 1-1 count, and then he throws that a little changeup outside the zone, and you swing through it. That changes / ends in at bat.
I just think there are some pitchers that look through you when you're at the plate. They don't care who's up there. You're a blur. You're a figure.
Yeah.
They just work their shit. Like they know if I throw my pitch where I need to put it, you're going to be out. Sandy's one of those guys. Not a lot of pitchers are like that. A lot of guys up there thinking about how they have to be perfect. Sandy just goes, I'll throw my pitch.
It was Freddie Freeman. He said, it's like Kershaw. It's like DeGrom. Every pitch has intent. Every pitch is around the zone. And guys pitch to contact, but his contact, he's throwing 99. It's easier to pitch to contact when you do that. So just high praise.
Frederick.
He's getting high praise around the league, around fans and the writers and all that, but to have Freddie Freeman compare him to those guys, I'm sure, is next level of just, like, respect in the game.
Yeah.
I think it's AL time, baby.
Phillies-Braves, did we talk about that at all?
It's a two-gamer, man.
two-gamer,
And we're going to be talking Braves, Mets a lot. Phillies don't even want to talk about it.
Robertson got his first save.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
He
When does Syndergaard also went complete game? Is that not this series?
That's not this series.
All right. So then there's good Phillies talk coming on Monday's app.
No, the D-Rob stuff is pretty funny because he signed a big contract with the Phillies. He only
Didn't
threw like
pitch.
6.1 innings,
Yeah.
and so now he's back. So Phillies fans had kind of the shoulder up, and then he got that first save, and they're like, all right,
I'm
D-Rob.
not saying this, man. When the guy is healthy, he's just one of those pitchers.
Yeah.
You guys just do it quick. I don't have to go to the bathroom. I'm going to see if that bird's out there still.
All right. You go shit yourself. Let's run into the AL. What was that? Just there's a toilet. Try to get it in there. I'm like last time.
I'm ready to go, baby.
AL. Here we go.
We are going to start out in the Bronx where the Mariners, definitely not dead. They came into town, James, and took 2 of 3 from the Yanks. 7-2 Yanks in game 1. Then it was all Mariners. 8-6, 7-3. Castillo comes over and is the ace they thought he was. Has a really good game. Goes 6 2/3 with 3 earned runs to get the win in his debut. Cole had a tough outing. Not a big deal. That's what I'm going to say about it.
All right.
You guys might think differently. Mariners take 2 out of 3. How about this one, James? This is the most interesting series to me. Orioles at Rangers. Orioles give up Mancini. They trade their closer. They sweep the Rangers. I think you're going to do standings. I think they're 4 games over 500 right now. 7-2, 8-2, 6-3. This one was all Orioles. Cedric Mullins had some quotes. A lot of people were talking about Mancini. Tough one, tough vibage, but they're winning games. They sweep the Rangers. Got to love that. My guy Taran Varvra, we're going to talk about you, bro. Moving on, Red Sox go into Houston, and they take 2 out of 3 from the Astros. 3-2, 2-1. Red Sox games 1 and 2 before the Astros did it. Urquidy gets the win. 6-1 Astros in game 3. We had the Christian Vasquez going from one clubhouse to the other. That's kind of cool there. I don't know what we're doing with the Red Sox. Houston's fine. We don't care about that. Red Sox, I'm not sure what you're doing. White Sox take 2 or 3 from the Royals. They need to do that. Lance Lynn calling people out, saying we got to play better. At the end of the day, it's on us to come together and have a strong push here to the end. That's what Giolito said. If there's a game to get the swagger back, it was definitely tonight. We showed it there. They take 2 or 3, and the Twins keep pace. 2 or 3 from the Tigers. They got some reinforcements at the deadline. They showed up in this series. Sandileon had a hit. What did he have? A double, I think. A 2-run double in his first Twins at bat. Fulmer comes in, throws a good inning. Lopez comes in, gets the save. I like that. Vibes are high with the Twins right now. They take 2 of 3 from the Tigers. Blue Jays at Rays, they play a 2-gamer. They split the series. I'm contractually obligated to not talk about that. Although Gausman had a great start in this one. 8 shutty, had a no-no, broken up late in the game. Angels lose 2 of 3 to the Athletics. And that's kind of like a tough series to watch. There was a lot of homers in this one. Ohtani goes yard twice. He's got a little forearm tightness. We don't like that. A's take 2 out of 3. And that, my friends, is what happened in the American League.
Hell yeah. Good job. All right. So for some standings in the American League, as I refind all my stuff and Jake re-enters.
Did you find that
room.
bird?
You find that bird?
Bird is out.
Nice.
That was the quickest bird finding session.
Jake's a quick pooper. What he does is he eliminates wiping.
Okay. When I wait till the last second until I have to poop. So when I have
Are your
to poop,
hands wet?
a little bit. I washed them. What's that name you keep saving? Like Pavin Barbara?
Taran Varvra.
You've been saying that name
That's just a bunch of
the
noise.
past 12 hours, and I couldn't tell you a single where each letter goes.
Last night I was probably slurring a little when I was talking about Taran Varvra is the son of
Taran Varvra?
Taran Varvra is the son of Joe Varvra, my former hitting coach in Minnesota, one of the nicest guys in baseball.
Okay, that's why you've been excited. Okay.
Oh, I'm very excited, man. Go ahead, double. Anyways,
Did you have those letters?
No.
You are giving us the standings after you look up Taran Varvra's
I was seeing if he ever tweeted about you. He hasn't. All right, so
He does like me, though.
that's cool. That's great. The Yankees remain in first place in the East.
Let's go.
The Twins remain in first place
Yes.
in the Central. The Guardians are 1 game behind them. They had an interleague game. The White Sox are 2 games out there. In the AL, Houston loses, but they're still winning the West in the AL West. And then if you go to the wild card game, or the wild card standings now, Toronto, Seattle, Tampa Bay are your top 3. And before this week, those were the top 3. Baltimore jumps up to being 2 games out, tied with the Guardians for 2 games out of the wild card. And the White Sox are 3 games out of the wild card.
So the Orioles have a better record than the White Sox right now.
Yep, 54 and 51 for the Orioles, 53 and 52 for the White Sox, yes.
All right, I think we start out, let's go AL East. You guys love the Yankees, right? I think that's what happened. Mariners come into town. They take 2 or 3. I think the big news from this series is you get Luis Castillo to be your ace.
Yep.
He goes into New York on the rubber match and is your ace.
You have 3 runs, right? 6 innings.
6 and 2/3, 3 runs. He went up against Cole. I like the matching up of aces. Cole
Yeah.
had a tough start, tough first inning.
Can I tell you about Cole?
Yes.
And I don't want, this isn't an excuse, because
Okay.
I don't like that Cole does this. It's just I guess a theory, or just not a theory. It's what I think happened.
Okay.
And now my analysis.
Yeah.
Cole threw 9 curveballs in the first inning. Cole is pitching against the Mariners next week. The next start. That's more curveballs than he's ever thrown in 1 inning, and he doesn't do that a lot. He threw 9 curveballs in the first inning. He didn't have a single swing and miss on a curve. If it was swung at, it was hit for a home run or a double in the first inning.
Okay.
Later on, the rest of the game, he threw 4 curveballs. They were all got hit. I think he was trying to show them like heavy curveball, and then the next game show them heavy changeup or slider. We've seen him and Tyone do this when they faced the Blue Jays back-to-back. They did it with the White Sox and stuff. But he should have pivoted. Obviously, they were not fooled by the curve at all. He did after the first. He tried to just power through. He threw, and this is where I'm really upset with Cole in this outing. He threw I don't know if you saw it, Trev. Eugenio Suarez crushed a homer.
I
He
did
threw.
see it. Yes, I'm watching
He
his
threw.
RBI total.
So after a walk,
It's not funny.
your bet.
It's not funny.
All right. So after a walk, I think Cole's brain was thinking, I just walked Winker. He's probably gonna make me throw pitches, not swing here. He threw a get me over slider. That was just and with 2 men on and the 3-hole guy up, you can't throw a get me over slider because if he decides to swing, it's a 3-run homer, and now you're fucked. And then he just kept going. The Mariners hit really well. I'm not discrediting them. I'm just trying to understand what happened because it's bizarre, and it's happened now twice to Cole where the first inning is just awful.
So is Higgy still catching him all the time?
It's whoever has the most amount of free time between games.
So he
Confirmed.
What?
Have you seen the stats?
Yeah.
He's every time he's been lit up, it's with Higgy. His numbers.
I am
remain
so
really
sick.
good.
It used
of
to be
people
the
blame- I am
opposite.
so sick of Cole getting the excuse of the catcher. I mean, I can't take it one more time.
Hey,
Catcher ERA. It's
big of you.
Cole had a bad outing. It must be his catcher. Well, last year it was Gary was awful and Higgy was the good catcher. Now Higgy's awful and Trevino's. It's Cole's fault. Stop trying to excuse Cole and blame his catcher. It's fucked up.
I wasn't blaming.
clip
the
this.
catcher.
Clip this, please.
People do it. Yankees fans are
Right.
doing it. Everyone does it.
So the other big news is we didn't know where the the nickname Big Dumper.
Cole
came.
calls his own game, just like to let you know.
Yeah, he does.
Cole's a head case. That's why he knows those stats, and then he blames the catcher.
No, I
so
don't
I'm
think he
putting
does.
it back on Cole. You don't think he knows that?
I don't think he blames.
We're talking about the same guy that you're just pitching 2 Seattle starts in 1 to try to get ahead of it. Like, he's mental.
Yeah.
It's part of what makes him brilliant. It's also his downfall. That's how a lot of people operate. Your strength is also your weakness.
Okay. This is talking baseball. We like nicknames here.
Big dumper.
Big Dumper.
I don't like that nickname.
Kelnick gave him that. I didn't know that. So everyone's in my mentions and telling you to respect Big Dumper.
Yeah.
Came from Kelnick.
People were tweeting that at me before we had
Mariners
all
picked
this.
up Adam Frazier. I don't know if you guys saw that. But he's doing pretty well in his last 19 games.
He's youthful looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Trevino. It's 2 homers first game. I like that. He's
Ju-
a good dude.
Judges,
He's having a great year.
Judges
My
getting the
gosh.
chase. The Yankees got to Logan Gilbert, which I liked, and then the Mariners got to Cole, which I didn't like. Those are their 2.
Yeah.
I know Castillo's the new ace, but Logan Gilbert had 2.9 ERA beforehand. The Yankees put 6 on him.
One of the bigger all-star snubs.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I liked that. It was a good series, and the game 2 was very sloppy. It was post-trade deadline, and the first 4 innings were bizarre.
Moving on, Orioles staying in the AL East. They sweep the Rangers.
Tevin Barber.
Taron Farver had the go-ahead RBI double.
Yeah, he did. Future Orioles second baseman.
I just don't. That vibage is a vibe check episode. That vibe-age.
Right.
Up and down right now. We're worried. Mancini's out. Like, Anthony Santander
Jorge Lopez.
has
You're gone.
had him sign a jersey on his way out. You know what I mean? Like this guy meant a lot. Cedric Mullins is talking about it. Like, you got to put faith in the brass and what decisions they make. We're on the cusp of potentially getting a wild card spot. Trey being gone, I think it was really important for us to go out and get the win today. That's what Hyde said. Now, that's what Cedric Mullins said. Hyde said, very tough day. I had no idea how we're going to respond. They responded.
Yeah.
3-game sweep of the Rangers, and they're in it. I don't know how I don't know what they do here in August. In September. I'm rooting for them.
Call
big
up
time.
Taylor Hearn and win games, or keep Taylor Hearn in AAA and lose games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spencer Watkins for the Orioles has been really good of lately. In his last 8 games, he has a 2.8 ERA. And the Orioles are fun, man. I am rooting for them to make the wild card. I'm rooting for I like having new cities go crazy. So if Baltimore and Seattle, I mean, it looks like Seattle's going to be in the wild card. But if Baltimore is there, that's great.
So, yeah, we talked about this on Baseball Today yesterday. Elias came out, and he said, we're going to sign players this winter. I'm very excited about it. I think that it's liftoff from here for this team. So the Orioles basically have no money on the books, have a bunch of young guys up. They say they're going to be very active in free agency in the winter. It's got to be exciting, like finally for Orioles fans, like we're getting back to it. I think that's like a massive thing. They've been pretty bad here the last, 5 years, 6 years?
Yeah. I need to see what that means. I don't want it to be shots fired at anyone. I don't want to be shots fired at the new front office. I don't want to be shots fired at Orioles fans because it's a new crew and everything. I need to know what that means because, I mean, even when the Baltimore Orioles were hot recently, even like going back to Ripken, like, I mean, you have to go back to like, Albert Bell to them like making a free agent splash. Like, that's... So if you're going to say that, I need to know what that means. Is that Adam Frazier on a 2-year, $8 million deal? Or are you...
The Chris Davis contract.
That was a big contract.
That was a big contract.
Sour taste in the mouth from that
Big
one.
contract. So I want to see what that means.
He donated a lot of it to
he ended up
hospitals and
being
charities,
awesome.
which was very nice.
Baseball-wise, he lost it a little bit. Happy for the Orioles. They keep the juice going. Like that. If they had swept this series, we'd say everything we said about the Giants. Like, you screwed the pooch. You lost all your juice. Mm-hmm. Like, they're going to be in the wild card race. Are they going to be last year's Mariners? Are they going to be on the edge, just keep winning the series they need to stay in it? Are they going to become, like, real? I don't know. It doesn't feel like it, but I hope they do.
I want them to be playing meaningful games in September.
Okay.
They're gonna.
I think so.
If they do what the Mariners
They would have
if
to,
they
like-
do what the Mariners did last year,
Right.
I'd still be very happy.
Oh, that would be
and glad.
massive.
Yes.
Mariners won, what, 90 last year?
No, I just mean like those last three games.
the
Those last
feeling
three
of it,
games
yeah.
in Seattle last year
Everyone was
were
crying.
almost a kickoff to this year.
Yeah.
And if the Orioles can do that and stay good and stay intense up until the last series, if whether you get in or not, that would be awesome.
I guess here's your spin zone, Baltimore, and I'll believe this until it doesn't happen. They had Julio Rodriguez on the way. You guys have Grayson Rodriguez, right? Getting that name right? He's a stud pitching prospect. They went out last year and they signed Robbie Ray. Cy Young winner Robbie Ray was in free agency and signed with the Seattle Mariners. That's what I need from the Orioles next year to, like, pump it and say, let's go.
I don't have a list of free agents in front of me. I'd be very curious to see who is available.
Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge. Orioles also they're going on a 17-game stretch here without an off day. And there's some good teams in that mix.
I was going to mention, like, they're going to have to pitch
Yeah.
to do it, and 17 games in a row can deplete your staff pretty quickly if you have a few bad days. Like, you can really screw everything up.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge is like Foolish Baseball will every once in a while just put out like a bad Photoshop of a guy like on a bad team. Like that's what Judge to the Orioles sounds like to me.
I mean,
but he's gonna be
I want to say that
spending.
to, like, drive the point home that we're here laughing like Aaron Judge the Oriole. We're like, any owner can go sign guys. Look at the San Diego Padres.
Yes, they can.
Padres have Juan Soto, Manny Machado, former Oriole.
Yeah. He threw a bat one time at Josh
Tatis.
Donaldson.
You want to talk about
And he's a
Lance
bad-
Lynn?
he's a
Tell me
bad
about
guy
Lance
forever.
Lynn calling out team.
Well, no. I want to go stay in the AL, finish the AL East with a little bit of the AL West. Red Sox take 2 or 3 from the Astros. Not a lot really you want to talk about here. I don't know what the directions the Red Sox are going. There was some good starting pitching in the series. The only one that had kind of a rough go was Rich Hill, 3 innings pitched, 4 runs. Mancini comes over, hits a hanger off Rich Hill into the Crawford boxes. He's probably looking out there like, I was just playing with fucking Mount Everest in left field, and now I get the Crawford boxes.
Yeah.
That's a nice feeling
Yeah.
I'm saying.
as a hitter. Red Sox, I don't know. What is he doing, baby? What do we got?
I got nothing.
I don't know the direction. I don't know what we're trying to do. They still think they can compete. I'm not so sure about it. We'll see.
Good job by Cutter Crawford. He had a nice start.
Coda Crawford.
Houston's doing the damn thing. We don't really have to worry about them. They're a freaking juggernaut. This is, as of note, this is not part of the series, but Max put this in our notes last night against Cleveland. Verlander hit his innings pitched that got him to a player option, invested $25 million for next year.
Oops.
So, good job.
In the bank account.
130 innings. That was never in doubt for Verlander this year. He's been nasty. White Sox, Twins.
I want to say this quick.
Guardians.
Probably means nothing for the Red Sox. If they do get involved in this season again, I know we're kind of skipping over 2 wins against the Astros because it's trade deadline and there's bigger things. If they do get involved in the season, look back at that and be like, at the trade deadline, the Sox took 2 out of 3 from the Astros. I think we all think it doesn't matter, but we'll see.
Okay.
Your White Sox.
Okay. Yeah, White Sox they are at home against the Royals. They take 2 out of 3. Giolito was the quote that I was talking about. And then you have Lance Lynn. His quote is, day in and day out, we just have to keep playing hard, put quality at-bats together, and make our pitches. When it's all said and done, and we do that and start winning some games, that's when the swagger comes back. It's hard to have swagger when you're playing bad, to be honest with you. And that is as real of a quote as you're going to get. And it's true. I talk about that all the time. You're a big, badass team. You put a moniker on yourself. It felt really bad. The last game of the Astros-Red Sox series, Bogarts hits a homer. They're down 6-1 now, and they're pushing him in the fucking cart in the dugout. I just don't like that, dude.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's the same thing, when you're the White Sox and you're the big, badass White Sox, and you're talking shit and walk around with your chest puffed out, but you're losing games, you just can't keep that up. You got to win to have that type of feeling. That's basically what Lance Lynn is talking about. Giolito with the good start. 5 innings pitched, 2 runs, not exactly what you want, but it's a step in the right direction. He needs to get hot. Lance Lynn needs to get hot.
I see your A-Rod hand coming out.
Is that what he does?
That's what Jake calls it. I think he did that. Yeah.
He does that to drive home a point.
Am I driving that home?
Jake does it too.
Yeah. I can't stop.
Kopech has been so good this year, man. And, like, if you would have told me he's been this good this late into the season, I'd be like, the White Sox are on pace to win 100 games.
Dude, Kopech's who Syndergaard needs to model his look after.
Oh,
that's Philly. That's Philly Syndergaard.
He ties his hair up in the back a little bit. Okay.
White Sox, dude, they are so ugly, and it drives me nuts. They technically haven't lost a series in a month.
The White Sox?
They have a bunch of splits.
I've enjoyed watching your relationship with the White Sox.
I know, because the talent is there. The results clearly are not there.
It's been a very mid-season.
Yeah,
the most mid.
I got a text from Jerry Blevins,
which is actually bad.
I think I talked about this on baseball today.
Love Jerry.
I do a lot of shows, man. Shit.
Nice, dude.
Jerry's like, I don't know what's going on with the White Sox. You look at them, they're not playing hard. They don't run the bases hard. People are walking on the field. He basically said it seems like lack of leadership, which is weird because this is a veteran-laden team with some real leaders. So I don't know if it's just too many veterans. So, like, you're not going to call out another veteran. If he was a young guy, maybe you would. But, like, somebody's got to do it. They need to have a moment, is what I said to Chris. They need to have something go on. Someone needs to get in a fight. I don't know what it is, but they have to have a spark.
Throw the bats in the shower, call them lollygaggers.
Anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Twins keep pace. Also, they beat the Tigers in a series 2 out of 3. The first game is a walk-off where there's Shella coming back. He just had a baby, so congratulations. Comes back off the paternity list and hits the walk-off home.
That baby, did they post pictures of it?
It's gotta be
cute.
Gio's kid.
Yeah. Google it. I mean, I feel weird Googling it, but I got to just see if it's a cute baby. It's got to be cute.
Are you Googling baby?
Yeah, Gio or Shella
Shella
baby just got
baby.
Googled.
You did have a baby jersey on, baby James.
Yeah,
babies
one inning league.
Yeah, okay. So he hits the walk-off in game 1. Tigers win game 2, and then Joe Ryan comes and does the damn thing in game 3. Game 3 was cool for the Twins because a lot of the trade deadline acquisitions were part of it. Sandy Leon had the RBI double. Fulmer tosses a scoreless 6, and then Lopez comes, and he gets a save. So, that's what you're supposed to do. You get guys, and they do what exactly they're supposed to do. I really like that. I don't know. We like the Twins' deadline.
I didn't find
It was solid.
I didn't find a picture of his baby, but look how cute Gio Shella is.
I bet he was a cute baby.
BB
I mean,
plus.
that is just like as cute as it gets.
I was laughing because Jimmy got on Gio's Instagram to see if he posted a picture of his baby. He posted a picture of himself rounding the bases on the walk-off. So he's using his gram. He did not post the baby, and some people are like that, so that's okay.
Yeah, he doesn't want people like me.
Right, seeing his baby.
Yeah. Oh, here he is.
100%.
Here he is as a kid.
Hot.
Cute.
Cute. Wearing some George there.
So I'm gonna give a little shout out to one of my Twins guys here, Jose Miranda. Teams,
Yes.
you need young guys to step up, right? It's every good team, every team that has a good season typically has young guys stepping up. We're looking at Michael Harris on the Braves. My goodness.
Stud.
Julio Rodriguez is the clear one here.
Oswald Peraza for the Yankees soon.
Jimenez for the Guardians. I think he's a rookie or young, whatever it is. Jose Miranda is the reigning AL Rookie of the Month. Oh. And his stat line, 10 homers right now. He's got 784 OPS, 123 OPS plus. I mean, this is the stuff we need. It lengthens the Twins lineup. The Twins are a problem. I like the Twins. And Jimmy even said they're good, which we clipped and I have saved forever.
I want them to win the division.
Okay.
I'm rooting for them as well because I want the Chicago White Sox mid-season to hurt.
Oh, God.
Because things in life that you can't measure matter, and running to first and caring and
Jerry was not happy with them.
He just called the series, right? He called the
A's.
So Jerry called the A's White Sox series. So that's where his info is coming.
Jerry's our company's spiritual leader. He's our guru.
Yeah.
He is vibes. And
He is vibes.
Him coming near the White Sox right now is like,
And being like, ooh,
yeah.
I wouldn't want to be traded there.
So-
how many Jose's do you think are in baseball right
A
now?
lot. That's like asking how many, Johns and Joes there are.
Need 10.
Okay. I'll find it.
Yeah, I'll keep going here. Blue Jays at Rays, 2-gamer. We're not really supposed to talk about this, but Gausman had a really good start. He walked and
might
hit
hear about
2
him
of the
later.
first 3 batters. I will stop talking about him now. Can I give the quote, though?
Yeah.
Okay. This is what I don't like to hear pitchers say.
Yeah.
I felt like I could kind of put the ball where I wanted to.
Yeah.
When a guy has stuff like Gausman and he's feeling like that, you are not going to have a good day at the plate. What do you say? Straight up not having a good time. Yarby has another good outing. He didn't start because the Rays, you know how
Obviously.
they do. They don't even have starting pitchers, so shout out him. Also, Merrifield got vaccinated.
What?
Did he or did he not? He did. A's at Angels. We can't spend a lot of time on this. The third game was a homer fest. The Angels tied a franchise record with 7 homers, and they still lose.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
Ohtani hits 2. That is like the most Angels game there is.
I
A
mean,
lot of
man,
good individual performances. You lose the game.
as they were entering their massive losing streak, I said they needed a standout performance from a game to win. Like, someone hit a cycle and they won that game. Ohtani hit a home run and pitch. Like, that's how they had to win games for a little bit. Now they're doing record book stuff and they still don't win. It's going to be the worst 2 months of baseball we've seen in a while. I believe that.
Oh, Jakey. 25 Jose's in baseball right now.
That's a nice number right there.
And Albert Pujols doesn't even count. And his name is Jose Pujols.
We're not even counting him in that count.
One thing to look out for, Ohtani had a
Zach
little...
look hot today. You see him?
Of course he fucking does. One thing to look out for, Ohtani said there was a little cramp in his forearm after his start. He ended up DHing the next day.
He's bored.
We'll see what happens. Because that's an interesting storyline for them. You know,
Right.
Can Ohtani win the
Do
MVP?
you even push it? Yeah.
And if he's feeling hurt, it's like the Trout thing, man. Like, might as well just let these guys rest. Say, keep them for next year. I don't know, man. God. Go A's, go. Stephen Vogt and Mark Kotsay are basically like co-managing the team. That's how I feel about it.
Okay.
Voter had some quotes, loves Kotsay. They're talking about the same thing that other teams are talking about. These are the guys we have. You're playing for – it's tough. When you're in a season
You're
and
spending a
the
lot of time on
A's.
the A's.
I know, but I need to talk about this. Okay? There are times where you just know the season's lost. They've known that. But you're playing for yourself individually. It sucks.
I mean, what is their attendance going to be
It sucks.
in September?
4.
Sean Murphy's still there, though. Nice butt.
I do like this. You know, I like doing some cross sports parallels. Jom, I don't know if you're on this one. Udonis Haslem is a player that's on the Heat. He's been there like the past 4 years. He doesn't play.
Okay.
He's a player coach. He literally is. If they bring that to baseball, I'm all in. Like, if the backup catcher becomes an assistant coach, I'm all in.
We have
on
said that a
Haslam
player
played
coach
literally
will
3
come back.
minutes this year.
Vote is it. He's that guy.
He's the one.
I think so.
Haven't we said that we're going to have a player coach come back?
I'm ready for it. Why not?
Versus 6,000 in attendance.
I think
it's going to get down to like 1,000 in September.
I think we covered everything that we need to cover in the AL, James.
Interleague, only one series. I'll rip it off like a Band-Aid. Let's
Just
do
want
it.
to show you, he's been healthy all these years.
Who?
Udonis Haslem.
Yeah.
He's on the Heat. He's 41 now. He was on the team this year.
He just doesn't play?
He just doesn't play.
Like 3 minutes.
He's a player coach.
Love
Awesome.
I think he either this year or last year played 3 minutes, got a technical, ejected.
That's awesome.
That was planned. That was
Get me
planned.
out of here. Oh, yeah. Coach said I need you to go fire up the team.
Yeah. God, I wish I would have done that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Hit it.
Interleague. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Guardians took 2 out of 3 from Jake's D-backs. They won the first game in extras. Now Quantrill. D-backs win the meet series. But check this out. Will Benson, ping pong player, called up, made his debut, scored the winning run in game 1. Freeman also called up. He got his debut, and he hits a single for the Guardians. He was pulled from a game in AAA. They said, you weren't hustling.
Ouch.
What are you, a White Sox?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then said, just joking, buddy. You're going to the bigs. You're not in trouble.
That's kind of messed up.
Kind of like that. You're out. That's the end of it. That's the end of it, yeah. No, I don't like that joke.
I don't like that joke.
You're leaving one of the greatest moments in a guy's life up to a AAA manager. And they always do silly shit
I am a
like
bit
that.
of a stick in the mud. I don't like you're saying, Trev, it's a big moment for someone.
Yeah.
Don't make it about you. It's kind of the same thing when I worked in weddings and people would ask for help with their speeches. I'm like, this is their day. So whatever you do, no one should be like, that was great, and you are the talk of the day.
Yeah.
So if you're a AAA manager, the talk shouldn't be, did you see how they did it?
Yeah.
It should be, why is he called up, and what's he going to do? So I guess people like fun, but especially if it's like you're going to yell at them and then never mind.
Like the best video you could possibly get of me seeing a kid getting called up would be one of those AAA horrible cameras, one of those AAA cameras they bought from the 80s.
Yeah.
And you see the manager pull the kid over, gives him a handshake and a hug. Kid probably gets a little
Like in the
emotional.
dugout.
And then all his teammates come over and they're like, let's go. Like, how is that not the standard?
I also don't like the
hidden camera.
No, when the first home run, what do they call it when everyone hides in the dugout?
Silent treatment?
Silent treatment.
I'm a silent
On a
treatment
first homer.
I
don't
think
like that
I
either.
think it's we've jumped the shark 10 years over now on silent treatment. First home run.
That's close.
I want to see a guy run into the dugout, high five, all that energy he's feeling, like fucking release it with excitement and woos and cheering, and then the silent treatment is like, now you're making him feel awkward about one of the best moments of his life. And I'm like, guys, just let him have fun. Like, I don't want, but people love it. People love it.
It is awkward. You know, I think that's why it continues to happen, because even if you like expect it to happen, you're
In the
on cloud
moment.
nine in the
Yeah.
moments. You come in the dugout like, what the fuck? You know, you still feel like, dang it, guys, you got me.
Yeah.
I'm over it too.
Like I felt bad. Like I think spring training when they like told Julio he made the team and they were already like, "Yep," and we got your parents like the tickets here. It was like you told them before him
Yeah,
that he's
that's
coming.
brutal.
Yeah.
It's like that's like the whole thing is you get to call your parents.
Right.
Yeah. Good for Benson Freeman, Guardians calling up some people to help him out. And then Torrey for Diamondbacks, Lovolo has some quotes. And he's like, we're not a winning team. We weren't going to be buyers. Yeah. We were going to be sellers. And the fact that these players remain here and they're still part of the organization, I think should speak volumes as to what we think about them and what we're planning them to do. And then he said, hopefully if they were a little tense, they can relax now. And so I think he's saying, like, if you're still here, we want you here. And we are planning on you helping us become winners in the future. So finish strong. I do think that, I've said this a bunch, I think after a deadline like that, if the Diamondbacks can finish strong, they can take that into next year with this crop. But
the D-backs, they operate a little differently, and there's some things you probably like and you probably don't like. One of the things I do like Torey Lovullo's their guy. Like, they know as a front office, like, yeah, dude, we don't have the guys to compete with the Dodgers and the Padres right now. So that's not a reflection of Torey Lovullo. And they like Torey. So they're keeping him as their manager. Like, it's not a controversy. So I like that part of what the Snakes do. And then on the Guardian side, they are the best version of mid, like young guys doing their best. And the White Sox are the worst version of mid, like old talented guys that don't kind of care.
ain't it baseball? They're like the same record.
Yeah.
I mean, that's nuts. That's the drive the White Sox.
I don't like
Crazy.
saying mid, though.
Yeah, you got to stop saying it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the second half of the show or the back end. Let's talk about some standout performances.
Standout performances. These guys did something special.
Jake, you get to go first.
Really?
I think I know who it is.
Yeah, I think you do too.
Teaser.
Trev. You teased him a little bit. I'm going to the ass man, Kevin Gausman. The Blue Jays. He dropped it. He dropped it on the table. 8 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 10 Ks, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch. So he got the trifecta there at the end. Hit a guy, walk a guy, give up a hit. I feel like Kevin Gausman, he's the one of the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Like Manoah's awesome.
Yeah.
And, like, he's meat, he's young, he's energy.
Yeah.
I think game one, Blue Jays fans, sound off in the comments.
I think you're right.
Gausman's, like, established. Like, he's the, we call Chris Rose the dad of the company. Like, I think if
Jerry's the vibe guy.
Jerry's the vibe guy. Like, say baseball today, Chris Rose.
I'm the show pony.
Like, I think Chris Rose gets the pill game one because it's Chris Rose.
Oh, we're like a courtesy start for
I think you get game two, and it's like, let the kid rip it.
Okay.
I don't think you want to put game one on Manoah's plate. I think you give it to Gausman, who, by the way, he's been so good for how many years now? Like, some AL East people still have, like, a Baltimore Kevin Gausman. He's not that guy anymore. He was a 2.81 ERA last year. He finished 6th in the Cy Young. This year, 20 starts, a 3.06 ERA. He's leading the league in FIP. If you're an analytics nerd guy or appreciate what FIP is, that's big for you. Like, there are some people that treat FIP as the number one pitching stat. I don't agree with that. That they're saying, like, Kevin Gausman's the best pitcher in the AL this year.
You guys do not like FIP.
I
got yelled out about FIP.
FIP, like every stat, has a place.
Pitchers love FIP.
Well, I like FIP projecting, but when you're talking about Cy Young, when you're talking about awards,
I don't
that's what
include
you
it
did.
in that.
Yeah.
Because pitching to the shift is a thing, and it's not currently with some teams, and it's really bothering me.
Where we probably don't
Some
respect
guys pitch
FIP,
to contact.
where we probably don't respect FIP enough is when it comes to a defense, like Zack Wheeler with the Phillies and his defense he's
Or the
had behind
Giants
him.
pitchers having a great FIP, but they're terrible. Like, I talked about that. That is,
Right.
I understand. I use FIP.
Right. FIP is one of the things in the pot.
And for people that are listening or watching that have no idea,
else
it's
is in the
fielding
pot?
independent pitching.
Yes.
You put all the ingredients
the
in.
pot?
That's one of the ingredients.
What you
know what's
making,
in
bro?
there.
Well, Jake's making a witch's brew.
And just wait.
We were talking about witches. I think they got a bad rap.
Kevin Gausman, the Blue Jays. We're going to be talking about them a lot more. Like, the Blue Jays kind of mitted us a little bit with the Yankees running away. They've been good. But, like, we're going to start talking about the Blue Jays more. Gausman, Manoah. That's a 1-2, baby.
I love it. James, you're going to like my standout.
Who is it?
Zack Wheeler.
Oh, it's a FIP off.
Haven't talked about him in a while.
Show me your FIP.
At Atlanta, 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run. He had 7 Ks. The only blemish was a homer. Ooh. Okay? But if you go back to the beginning of July, James, okay?
Okay.
He has 5 starts since July 3rd that he's gone 7 innings pitched. He had 1 hiccup in Toronto. He went 4 2/3. He gave up 6 earned runs, couple of homers. Take that start out. 5 starts where he's gone 7 innings pitched, 35 innings pitched, I believe. 7 times 5, 35? Yes, it is. He has given up a combined 4 runs in those starts. The guy is on a heater right now. He's throwing innings. This is what the Phillies need. You have to have guys that go deep into games to preserve your bullpen. We know that. Wheeler's the guy. He's been the guy ever since he's been in Philly. He's had an ERA under 3 his entire career in Philadelphia. This is a dude, and if the Phillies are going to be in the race, he's got to keep pitching like this. The stud.
I like everything you said. I really, he hasn't been highly thought about in my brain. Maybe I feel bad because the things you're saying are good. Like
Him and Gausman are same.
Gausman, I've been thinking
Look at this.
about.
Look at this July run he went on.
Yeah, that one game stinks, but other than that, I look at that July 3rd and July 8th performance.
It's crazy.
Also because he shut down the same team twice back to back. And you know what he did? He did exactly what good pitchers do. The first time he faced the Cardinals, he went 50% fastball, 25% curveball or slider. The next time he faced the Cardinals, it was his very next start. He shut him down. He dropped the fastball down to 37%, up the curveball to 35%. Pitchers do that all the time when they face teams back-to-back. That was my thought about Cole, is that was what he was trying to do. It failed, and he never pivoted. So
He has 2 bad starts on the year.
He pivoted after giving up 6.
after giving up 6 runs in the first.
So he's given
Cole
up,
was like,
After
maybe we
losing the
pivot.
game.
he's given up 36 earned runs on the season, and 13 of those are in 2 games. Like, he's had 2 bad starts, and he still has a 2.69. If take out those bad starts, and I think you're looking somewhere around a 2. Maybe
He has
ones.
2 games where he got, like, lit up.
Yes. 3 innings pitched.
Like
April
runs.
17th, 3 innings pitched, 7 earned runs, and then I mentioned the game against the Blue Jays. That was July 13th, 4 2/3, 6 earned runs. Take those 2 starts out. I can't do the math. Pretty good. Pretty good. Really good.
Also, all 5 Royals runs shouldn't have been earned.
All right, my standout is a little different. It wasn't even on the list of suggested standouts that we have on our sheet here.
Right.
Oh, I like that. Off the grid, huh?
It is Jose Quintana. He only went 6 innings pitched, but it's his debut on a team, and the Cardinals got Quintana and Monty, and both of them probably Cardinals fans are fingers crossed. I hope these guys help because I'm not sure if they're like locks to make us. They're not Castillo or top tier starters. For him to have that start, only 1 hit is in the first inning. It was a home run. Other than that, he faced the minimum. If he walked a guy, he got the double play ball.
I love that. Pitcher's best friend.
Yeah, he's faced the minimum the next 5 innings. He gave up 1 hit. It was a home run, and then he shut down the Cubs. But I just think the vibe setter as coming to a new team, pitching, and being like, don't worry, guys.
I don't think I give him enough credit.
Me neither. That's why I think I think no one is really giving him a lot of credit, especially
if you have a career ERA in the 3s, you're doing it.
You're so good.
Really good
You're
job.
so good.
You're so good.
So good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's my standout. I was gonna go to a debut on a new team after the deadline and find what I thought was impactful, and I like that for the Cards.
$2 million this year.
Yeah.
Gonna get paid this offseason. I think. I'd assume $57 million in career earnings already.
Yeah.
And he's gonna bump it up.
He'll get a 2 for.
Does Jose Quintana get to $100 million career earnings? Actually,
Nah.
43 more
Probably
million.
gonna ride some 1 or 2 year deals for a
I think
bit.
he's gonna get another 1 year.
He's gonna
get a 1 year $4 million.
He's gonna get like a 2 for 24 next year or this offseason.
How old is
2
he?
for 18.
How old
Puts
is
him at
he?
81. He's 33.
Oh.
Yeah.
How old is he when he debuted? Do you have that?
23, 24.
I feel like he's been around forever.
Yes, the original quality start king.
Yeah. And the Q being in his name.
God, we played this one.
Helped.
We played this one game against him. I think I've referenced this at one point. It was a day game it was like a 4:00 start in Chicago, or 3:00 or something weird. Shadows, like you freaking read about. Him and Phil Hughes, I think both had a career high in strikeouts. You couldn't see the fucking ball. All of us are just like, what's going on? You know. So I always remember that game.
And luckily we don't start playoff games at random times where you see those shadows.
I know. Isn't that
wait.
the most fucked up thing, dude?
Such
Shadows.
a big miss by baseball.
It's so hilarious.
Just such a big miss by baseball.
All right.
Trev, 290 batting average with a homer and 2 doubles off.
Whoops.
Oh, really?
Whoops.
Yeah,
All
good
right.
numbers.
wow.
9 for 31.
I'm trying to give him a
walked you a
standout.
bunch.
And now we're just
I didn't
shitting
know
on
that.
him.
I actually thought I did really poorly. I think it's Erod I do poorly against.
Yes.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
he gets no respect. All right, let's go to
He
Slump
walked
Watch.
you with the bases loaded first time you faced him.
Yeah, of course you did.
Slump Watch is just the Yankees? Look at this list.
Yeah. Slump Watch is the Yankees.
Aaron Hicks went 0 for 12, but also he's like 0 for his last 25. And then Benintendi, who came in to replace Gallo and
Yankees left
alleviate
field.
Hicks, Yankees left field, 0 for 10 with 2 walks.
They've got the Gallows right now.
Yep. I'm not going to say the next Yankee because he only played 2 games. Elias Diaz, 0 for 11. And Hunter Renfroe, 1 for 12.
I mean, he's got the Brewers right now.
Yeah.
He's got a little hangover.
And he was just hot, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
He was playing his Red Sox. He wanted to show
He had
him
a
up. And then he
revenge
kind of had a
series.
minute like, wait, we didn't add anyone?
I
We
texted my
traded
Brewers
Hader?
Connect. I said, Hunter Renfro's hot. And then I was promised another move, and I didn't get that. So
All right, well, the opposite side, in Fuego.
He's on Fuego. That means I'm on fire, baby. Like Waco.
Jake, bring us through it.
Oh, baby.
Can I tell you, we got a couple funky ones to start. Jose Trevino and Trent Grisham, both important in their own ways. Trent Grisham, they just got a lot of help. He's going to be in that lineup. If you hit, dude.
He's got to hit. He hasn't had a great
If
year
you hit,
offensively.
dude, that makes the Padres really different. Jose Trevino, all-star catcher. He has a 2-homer day. That's big. Paul Goldschmidt, we could say him every episode. How about Jorge Mateo racking up WAR
Hot.
as the Orioles shortstop this
Yeah.
year? He's okay. Eloy Jimenez, let's go. I love Eloy. I love seeing that. Oh, that puts some lead in my pencil. Andrew Vaughn,
Now, when you say
his
that,
he's
teammate,
got a
it
big
means I'm
chin.
trying to get an erection. Eugenio Suarez hit hangers.
How many fucking RBIs does this guy have?
He had 5, Trev.
It's a joke.
I'm worried about you.
What the fuck is going on?
My guy, Alec Thomas from the Snakes, you need to know his name. He's a stud in the Crone Zone. Another Padre that we're not talking about.
Suarez, 57 RBIs on the year.
What's his over-under?
98.
All
It's
right,
going to be
you're good.
close.
You're good.
It'll
You're
be
good.
close. You're good. You're good.
You think?
No. All right, let's move on. We
Yeah.
got award.
Give me Kelsey.
Don't have that on the soundboard.
Oh,
That was
my
Kelsey.
God.
That was Kelsey. That was Kelsey.
It's not, though.
Jake, do you have one? Is this new or is this from
You
last time?
go.
I'll go.
Because
I'll go.
All right.
Trev's ready to go. The guy you
This-
picked, I like too, but you have him.
Oh, okay.
This is a vibe episode. We're throwing the
Vibe
vibage
tribe.
out, bro. So good vibes all around for Brett Phillips.
Yes.
I don't have a name for this award. This is the Brett Phillips Award. Smiley.
What's he? What was his Chris Rose rotation? Hertz. His energy level.
yeah,
The
Hertz.
Hertz Award.
So people were bummed out.
Yeah.
He gets DFA'd by the Rays.
I know one guy who wasn't.
Okay, maybe Jimmy wasn't.
Bill Hader.
Bill Hader. We talked
Jimmy
about
announced that to
it.
the world.
Brett Phillips gets DFA'd. He's a vibe guy in the clubhouse. Everyone's kind of upset about it. He had a great response. He said, "Keep rooting for the Rays." Classy. Gotta love that. What I really liked is he's developed a relationship with a young girl that has cancer named Chloe in Tampa.
Yeah.
So he ends up getting picked up by Baltimore, right? Before he leaves, and this is a crazy time when you have to move cities and move teams and get all your stuff together. He made time to go say goodbye to her.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's pretty cool, man.
He's a stud, dude. Then he goes over, and guess what fucking happens? The Orioles sweep, and they're 4 games over 500. He's bringing the vibes.
Yeah.
So, Brett Phillips, I'm applauding you, man, because you took time out of your day to go make someone happy. And you didn't have to do that, but I think in your mind you did have to do that, and that's why I'm giving you the award.
Love that.
I love that.
On a day he probably wasn't feeling great.
Yeah.
That is good vibes. For anyone that wants to see the behind-the-scenes setup, I tweeted it out.
Nice.
Sometimes people like seeing where we are.
Yeah.
But, yeah, really nice stuff.
Yeah.
So easy to make.
Thought that was
someone's
really
day.
cool.
Yep. I have the Cut It Out Award. Little Full House reference. You've been on a big Alanis Morissette kick, so little Dave Coulier.
Don't bring up.
We don't do that. Oh. Alanis, I am with you, girl.
Whoa, I got it here. Hold on. I mean, that's maybe the worst video in the world. It's supposed to be him saying it. Cut it out. Full House.
I am Dave Coulier.
I am a big pitch mix guy. I think I've
are.
established this. I love guys who change their pitch mix and find success.
You do like that.
And we have the best example we've had in a long, long time. Trev, do you know about Jose Urquidy?
I do.
You know about what he did?
Tell me.
Okay, so on July, let me find it. I think July 8th. Ah, shit, I had it. He cut out his cutter. He cut out his cutter, and since then, he's the best pitcher in the world.
I like that.
So since cutting out his cutter, he has 9 straight quality starts, a 2.29 ERA. Opponents are hitting 156 against him. He's 10-0 with a 0.69 ERA. Nuts. Just cutting out one pitch. And by doing that, so he cut it out on June 8th. That's the last time he threw it. By doing that, he didn't raise – he raised the slider. He just put that in the mix. It was kind of a really fourth pitch. The fastball remains the same. And it's funny because the cutter, the underlaying stats on it, it had a 280 expected slugging against it, but a 580 slugging against it. So,
Interesting.
The stats wouldn't say, hey, the stats would kind of say,
Keep throwing it.
You're just getting unlucky. It had a 273. Sorry. The opposite. It had a 273 slugging, but a 518 expected slugging. So the stats did say,
Okay,
hey,
so they got ahead of it.
But his results weren't awful, but now it's just unreal. I wonder if there's a confidence to that. Of just
I think sometimes you talk about conviction, right?
Yeah.
If you have a pitch that
2.29 ERA. Someone had it wrong.
Yeah, you're not feeling that conviction on,
And
then
it
you get
changes
rid
your
of
whole
it.
pitch mix.
Yeah.
There's ripple effects to that.
It's pretty awesome.
Nice.
I love
You
when
say
that
nipple.
Yeah, thinking about it.
I like when we get things like that happening. Like Robbie Ray, he's been doing that too. But yeah, I mean, it was a pitch he was throwing. It's 13% of the time, and then just straight, you're gone.
I think a lot of times too, like when you are throwing a bunch of different pitches, your grip can feel different. So he has that cutter feel, and like, how did that affect my other pitches? Like, can I get the 4-seamer back, or can I get my 2-seamer back? Whatever it is, if you eliminate the one that's making you feel bad about your other pitches, then you got to do it.
Yeah. So I think what the one stat page that I read, they tweeted out as if on the June 14th start, as if he was still using his cutter there, and that's where he gets that 0. But according to the stats, it was a cutterless game because that's where you get like the really crazy numbers. But either way, it's a guy that was a little bit of like a back end, and now Jose Urquidy, one of the 25 Jose's in baseball.
Where I saw you snagged him, I was going to give him a word. He was trade rumors.
Yep.
They traded Odo instead. They were going to trade a starting pitcher to benefit the rest of their team, but people thought it was Urquidy.
Odo makes more sense than Urquidy.
But they went Odo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if he hadn't turned that cutter around, who knows? So he just saved himself a home.
Astros are good.
Out.
I'm going to go with the lucky number.
Oh, yeah,
award.
you are.
55. Some people see this as actually an unlucky number.
63.
13.
13.
Oh.
The Atlanta Braves, they won 13-1 over Phillies. You were mad at me. We kind of skipped a series, but then your standout came from that series, Zack Wheeler, and then Trev, my award came from that series, so we still hit it. Because, Trev, the Braves won 13-1, and you say, okay, cool. That's cool.
Cool. I didn't say that.
Spencer Strider struck out 13.
In 6 2/3.
His K per 9 is 13.8.
And you're saying that's good?
This dude is a problem. A problem. Was talking to Peter about him last night. The kid is a stud. And, man, talk about guys we're going to be talking about a lot come October. This cat, man.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. It's where the Braves are better than your organization.
Whoa.
This is a guy, we talk about Spencer Strider, and we're like, he's good. Good young pitcher. Throws hard, huh? Any other team, like, this is your guy.
Yeah.
You're like, he's next. And he's a guy on the Braves. Struck out 13 Phillies. 2.79 ERA on the year. 87 innings pitched, 133 strikeouts.
They have some pitching in spades there, man. Because you can decide to go a lot of different ways.
I think
with that
Soroka's
rotation.
rehabbing.
Wright's been good.
For 3 years now.
Yeah.
I feel really bad for him.
Yeah. All right, best friend of the week.
Our best friend of the week is Lance Lynn.
Boy.
Let's go.
Get it
6
going.
innings, 1 earned, 6 Ks, 4 hits. Didn't walk one person.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, hit the groovy music.
Yes, I don't have that on here either.
Oh,
Just
Jake,
on
give
that.
us
So
some
if you can
groovy.
go boom, 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 boom.
Are we doing simulation? Is today Friday?
Yeah.
It is
BBD.
Friday.
Oh, BBD. What?
Wait, Luke. No, I keep calling you Luke, which is my brother's name. Can you
family.
just put your mic up to this?
Okay.
Oh, you got it.
Oh my gosh, is this Chris Rose?
All right, BBD, it's the Stimulator Simulator. The wild card matchup, the 3-seed Twins will be facing the 6-seed Rays. 3 games in a row in Minnesota. Who wins?
The Twins.
Yeah!
The Twins.
Come over here, Chris. Come on.
And then you have the Blue Jays, the 4-seed Blue Jays, hosting the 5-seed Mariners.
The Mariners.
Oh! Wow.
My
Gausman. Berrios, you done. In the divisional series in the American League, the Twins will then move on. They used 2 pitchers already, and they have to go face the Astros staff at full strength. Who wins that?
Oh, the Astros.
Easy peasy
Why'd you say it
lemon
like that?
squeezy.
I thought of it. Oh, man.
All right, the Mariners have probably already pitched Castillo. They've already pitched Gilbert because they had to get past the Blue Jays in round 1. They faced the Yankees in the DS.
Oh, the Yankees.
Okay,
Why
we'll
are you
skip over
talking
to
like
the
this?
NL. He's just reading the results of the simulator. The Phillies and the Brewers. Phillies would be the 6 seed. Brewers would be the 3. They'd be playing in Milwaukee.
Milwaukee survives.
Wow. Good job. All right, Braves and Padres. This is a fun wild card matchup. It would be in Atlanta.
Chris Rose does not like that.
Padres, nuts.
They will go into Atlanta?
They will go into Atlanta and win.
Wow.
Snell's rolling.
Wow.
Which matters.
All right. Brewers, Mets, divisional series. The Mets have their 1-2, sitting, waiting, wishing they got the Brew Crew.
The Mets.
No. Yeah.
Dodgers, Padres. Padres have pitching depth though. Like that, like they threw their 1 and 2. Then
Kershaw, is he back? Kershaw's back.
Padres.
No,
Oh my
BBD,
God.
no.
Padres, Mets in the National League Championship Series. Who's going to the World Series?
Padres.
Hey, good juju from the big trade.
I know where this is going.
All right, Astros, Yankees in the CS, obviously.
The Astros.
Oh boy, I like it. Padres.
I would like this series a lot.
Padres, Astros.
The Astros.
Oh my God, the Urquidy stuff. I shouldn't have told the simulator.
Vibes
That's
are bad.
it. That's the show. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. We appreciate it. We will see you on Monday.
Astros won the World Series.
Jake sucks.
After all that.
Was it like at least a good series?
It was awesome, dude.
Did the Astros just sweep them in 4 games? That's probably what would happen.
5, but
Honestly.
like really close, entertaining games.
But the Astros win them all. They win 5 games. Just because, we'll give you another one. We can't hear you.